Hey guys, welcome back to Tying Tuesday. My name's Kyle. Today we're going to be tying up a pretty cool musky pike fly called the Buford. A really popular pattern for pike and muskie. This one we're doing in a natural kind of colorway. Let's get started. So a hook I'm using for this guy today is an Umpqua X Series Beast hook in a 3/0. That device there we go. And then thread we're using for this guy is GSP in 150 denier in white. You're really going to want GSP for this thread because we will be spinning up some hair. It's a very strong thread. I'm going to dab a little bit of super glue on top of my shank there. That's just to ensure that the thread will stick to the shank and not slip around, because this stuff can tend to be a little slippery. I'm going to start my thread pretty far off the eye here. I'm gonna bring it back. Sorry for the squeaky bobbin. I'm gonna bring it right to there. Grab my scissors, cut out my excess thread there. Bring this back just a little bit more there. There we go. Next, we're going to take some bucktail. This is a cream colored bucktail. You can tie this in a wide variety of colors though. We're just, like I said, going for the natural look today. Something about bucktail you want to know: the more hollow stuff is going to be closer to the bottom of the tail. The more, like the stuff that you want to tie in with tails and all that stuff is going to be closer to the top up here. It doesn't flare as much. So I'm going to come up here and grab a piece of this. I don't know, a good pencil width, half a pencil width. And I'm gonna cut this out. You're just trying to get it as close as you can to the hide there. Take this and kind of flick this guy, get all the loose end fibers out of there. And we're gonna take this guy here. We're just gonna take one loose wrap. Like I said, I don't want to flare this at all. I'm trying to keep this flat. It come down just like so. Just like that. And wrap it down. And you can clean up these little stragglers here if you need to. There we go. So I have 6 Schlappen feathers I already have pre-selected here. It's gonna go from big to kind of medium to kind of small on this guy. This is the Schlappen from Whiting. This is just a multi-size pack here. I believe it's like a 6 to 12 inch feather range, and you just kind of have to search for what sizes you want once you open the package up, because it's all mixed together. But I'm gonna take one of these guys here, kind of expose the stem a little bit, and we're going to tie that in right on the side of where we tied that bucktail in it. Just like that. And put some really good pressure on this. Sometimes these feathers can slip out if you're not careful. I'm going to come in here, trim out my excess there. I'm going to clean this up a bit. There we go. I'm going to rotate my vise. Tie my other piece in. Let's get this lined up here. Tie my other piece in here. Just like that. So it should be like straightforward fork tail kind of S there. We'll trim out our stem. Go. It kind of slid on me a little bit. That's okay. And then I'm really going to come in here and wrench this down. At this time, I like to take some brush-on super glue and just hit the top of those thread wraps and all that bucktail and Schlappen there, just to ensure that it's not going to pop out on me when we're fishing it. that. Next, we're gonna take some Polarflash, and this is the rainbow pearl color. And I kind of just eyeball this. I don't know how many fibers I'm really grabbing. Pretty good bunch of this stuff here. What I like to do to take it here and get a little bit more than that. Cut it off there. There we go. I'm gonna kind of put these together here, and then I like to take it and just kind of pull on on the ends there, just to kind of give it a taper. And then we're gonna come up here. I'm gonna fold this over right in the middle there, and then we're gonna slowly wrap back. And then after that, you can kind of take it and fluff it out, move it around a little bit, get it the way you want it. Looks pretty good to me right there. And then next we're gonna take some more of this bucktail. We're gonna do 3 transitions of bucktail here. So I'm gonna grab another half pencil width there. Cut it off at the hide. Fluff it out a little bit. If you have a comb too, that works well. I have a comb with me today as well, but this tends to work pretty good here, just doing it that way. So now I'm gonna take my bucktail. We're not gonna hollow tie this, we're just gonna start a loose wrap right on top, then counter with another wrap there. I'm gonna space it out, I'm gonna kind of roll it in my fingers here, getting all coverage around the sides and the bottom, and then we can really pull down on it. Just like that. And I'm gonna come up through the bucktail here, kind of fold this back a little bit, get my thread in front. And at this point, you can kind of, if it's a little out of control, you can kind of come in here and trim up a little bit of this. Bring my thread forward a little bit there. There we go. Just a little bit more trimming on this guy. Like that. And next we're going to repeat the process with our feathers. So I'm going to take another piece of this Schlappen. We're going to tie this directly in on the side there. I'm going to trim this down just a little bit more. Still got too much flavor there. Good pair of sharp scissors, kind of a must for this, all these hair bugs and stuff. There we go. Pretty good there. Bring that up there. Cool. All right, we're gonna go back. Like I said, tie in our other feathers here. Want this one just a little bit shorter than the back one. Tie this first one in right here, just like that. Flip it around, just like trim out our excess over here. Sweet. Flip it around and grab our other one. And like I said, I did pre-select these out. These are roughly the same size that I'm using for each section of this, so just bigger to small. Try to keep a cool profile here. Catch that down there. Just like that. Trim out our excess. So, get some good wraps down on this once again. Come back in with our Polarflash. Get another good portion of this stuff here. Like I said, give it a little bit of a taper. Catch this right in the middle, fold it over. Come in here and start wrapping back. Just like that. And we're just gonna keep the process going. We're gonna add some more bucktail here. I'm gonna go a little bit thicker on this guy because we're getting closer to the head here. A little more than a pencil width on this. Cut that out off the hide there. We're gonna catch this about right here. Loose wraps just to get it started. One little tight wrap there. And then we're going to flare this out right on the shank, making sure we got good coating there all the way around. It looks pretty solid, and then I'm going to really come in here and wrench this down. Like so. Good profile there. And we're gonna come in here. Just gonna give this a couple more good clean little wraps there. There we go. And then I'm gonna come in here and trim this pretty low. Just take your time. Little stragglers out of here. There we go. Looks pretty good right there. Come in here, really wrench down on this. Just like that. And I'm gonna keep going with the process here of adding our feathers in. So these ones are going to be a little bit shorter for the front. Catch this right in front of that bucktail there. Just one loose wrap to kind of get it where I want it there. It's pretty good right there. Wrench that down. Trim out my tag. Excess piece there. There we go. Come to the other side, grab our other feather. Push that down. Just like that. Come in here, trim out our excess. Kind of clean this up a bit. You can just kind of pull on these. Really wrench down on this guy here. Just like that, there we go. And I think I'm actually gonna add just a little bit more bucktail to the front of this before we put on our head. Just to give it a little bit more flair on the front. So I'm probably gonna go half a pencil width on this last one here. Brush it out, get it as clean as possible. Come in here, catch it, a couple wraps, just layer it out. Here we have good coverage everywhere there. Some more on the bottom here. And then really hammer it down. Come in here and trim up our butts once again. Let's get it nice and clean. Just get this stuff off the eye there. There we go. So I'm gonna come in here and wrench it down some more. Just like that. I'm gonna take some more of that super glue, hit it on the end here. A couple more wraps. Bobbin's acting a little finicky, sorry about that. There we go. Okay, last part of this fly is what kind of makes this fly all happen. That Buford style head, it's gonna push a lot of water with that deer hair and that blunt head. I'm gonna take the back of this bucktail, so the brown part there, and we kind of want to get down into the bottom here, or the bottom of the base of the tail here. This is where all like that good kind of bulky hair is going to be. And I'm going to grab a pretty good clump of this stuff. Cut it off right at the base, just like that. And this is where you're going to want to take your brush on this guy and kind of get all the loose fibers out. Just make it super clean. And then we are actually going to come right in between the eye there, right in the center. Just like that. And I'm going to give it one loose wrap there, another wrap. And then we're just going to start spinning this up. And it'll spin for you. Like so. Get to the front end of this guy here. And Bobbin's messing with me here, sorry guys. I'm just gonna bring my thread just right through that hair. Work my way to the front. And it's alright if it's a little uneven right now. We're gonna definitely do some trimming on that head. We'll get it up to the front end here. Push these fibers back. Just like that. Come here, grab our whip finish tool. Give it a good 3 to 4 turn whip there. Pull tight. Like I said, it's kind of a mess right now, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Come in here, trim out our thread. And then get into some trimming here. So I'm gonna come up here and just kind of go in a circle here. And get all my tips kind of the same. Uneven over there. There we go. Make them look pretty as much as you can. Just give it a little bit of a haircut. And there you have it, the Buford. If you like this one today, you can give us a like and subscribe. You can find all these materials at avidmax.com or come see us in the shop in Centennial. Thanks for watching.